Hey, honey?
Yeah, what's up?
I'm having a real problem with this episode. I don't know which playlist to put it into. It's not a recipe roulette. It's not a retro review. It's not one of my nerdy things. It's kind of like one of our bonus episodes, but it's more like a featurette.
Maybe we have a new playlist and put it on Fridays.
Yeah, but what do we call it? Alright, so today we're making seitan. I've already pre-measured out 130 grams worth of Vital Wheat Gluten. To that, I am going to add 2 tablespoons of Nutritional Yeast. Then I'm going to add a teaspoon and a half of my favorite seasoning salt. Of course, this is Laura's Cajun Kick Spice. Now I've juiced 1 lime, very small lime, so not a lot of lime flavor in there. But to that, I'm going to add some water. Just get all this lime juice out of here, because I need to have 180 milliliters of liquid, and that's going to pour right out on my scale. We're not professional cooks. I think we've stated that a lot. That gets me 128. Going for 180. I didn't have a full. Alright. Doing 190. 190 of water. Add that into. First, we're going to give our dry ingredients a good stir. Get this all incorporated. Try not to make a horrible mess. And it looks like I'm going to need a bigger bowl, because I'm already starting to make a horrible mess. Alright, let's try this again. So we take our spices, Vital Wheat Gluten, and Nutritional Yeast, and we're just stirring that together and dropping it down into our bigger bowl. Alright. Taking our 190 grams of liquid, grabbing our spoon, we're just going to give this a stir. Just want to stir this until this dough is fully incorporated. I don't know why it's going to start a business, but you know, you dough you. And it's going to be pretty rubbery, but that's the consistency you're looking for, is a rubbery dough. Alright. Get in here with our hands and just start kneading. Once you got it nice and kneaded, you're going to need to grab a. Actually, I'm going to pick this mess up. Wow. Alright. That totally worked. TV magic. Well, YouTube magic. So once we get our dough set, we're going to basically just cut some little medallions off. Little half-inch medallions. Great thing is this meat is so tender, you can cut it with a butter knife. So once we have our half-inch medallions, You can lay those back in the bowl. And we're just going to roll up our wristbands. And just press these out flat. Alright, we got the water boiling. This is actually a cup of homemade soup stock, and then just enough to give me 1.5 inches of water in the pan. Just going to drop these down in. Cover on. Set my timer for 20 minutes. Turn my heat down to a medium high. And just gonna poach these 20 minutes. All right, so I just put that cover back on for long enough to get the water to a boil. Then at 14 minutes remaining, so 6 minutes in, reduce the heat down to medium, and I'm just gonna let these continue to poach uncovered for the next 14 minutes. All right, so my seitan has been poached. I'm gonna get my tongs out here so I can pull these pieces of delicious demon meat right out. You can see the poaching process. It's made it nice and fluffy. Just going to get these all out. Transferring over to my cutting board. I'm gonna let these cool. At this point, I can let these cool all the way down to room temperature, put them into a freezer bag, pop them in the freezer. They'll keep for about 2 weeks frozen like that, and use them as needed. So yeah, I'm gonna do that with half of these, pop them in the freezer, and then the other half I'm going to coat with some of that delicious cilantro and garlic marinade, and then pop those on the grill and grill them up. I like to grill them up whole so they don't fall through the grates, and I'll just slice it up into little slices like you would for like fajita meat, and make them nice and tasty for supper. So that is how you make our homemade seitan, also called demon meat, also called Muppet meat. So just remember, mix everything together, make your dough, form it out, poach it, because remember, there's no hunting season on demons or Muppets, so you've got to illegally procure it. Poach it for 20 minutes, then grill, deep fry. It's whatever you want to do with it after that point. It's 90% ready. You could actually toss these in the dehydrator with some barbecue sauce on them, and you got some awesome jerky. But those are recipes for another day. Peace.